Yeah, you boys are here. And what you hear tonight is the PolyKB tree from Xils lab. It's a beautiful emulation of an old school synth called the PolyKB, I think, 2. And as usual with Xils labs, basically they add some goodies and they make some pretty unique stuff. This bad boy is not new, it's an update, and this is why I take this occasion to show you this bad boy. And as you see, the beautiful interface is an invitation to fun. So, as usual, you know that I'm only doing reviews about plugins or tools that I really love. And I'm really looking for that sound, that smoothness of analog synths in the box. Sometimes I have the sound, but the interface doesn't follow. Sometimes I have the interface and I have the sound, but the controls don't follow. And basically here I'm gonna show you something near the perfection for me, and I'm gonna make you hear it, and I'm gonna make you understand why I consider this bad boy, like, if you're really serious about sound generation in the box and you love analog synths, welcome guys, you're in the right spot. Okay, if you want wavetables and crazy stuff all around with okay, just pass. Okay, here we're in the analog domain, but with a lot of possibilities, and this is why I really consider this bad boy, if I had to say it, to qualify it, I will say it's like pigment in analog. Okay, why? Because plugin tour, you have 3 VCOs here, okay, sound sources, but you have 2 filters with dedicated ADSR, which is excellent, and you can choose to feed oscillator 1, 2, 3 and the noise here, which is here. That can be pink on noise. Let me lower the volume before you become crazy. But basically here you can choose to route those in filter 1 or in filter 2 or in filter 1 and filter 2. This is how you want. And the good thing is that you can route the filter 1 into filter 2, which make them then serial instead of parallel. Okay, you have your mix wet level here for the filter 1 and filter 2 line, and you have the main ADSR here, which is the amp ADSR. You have 2 LFOs here, which I love because you can here use to combine the waveforms, and you have a delay and a fade, and boy guys, I so love this. I'm used to that, and I'm really pissed off when I don't see those delay and fade on LFOs on the synths, guys. This is really something that can create entering of sound or modulation that makes something really alive, not like mechanical. So LFOs here, and so you have 2 modulation pages. You have all the 8 pages here. By default, when you open the plug, you're gonna see this. Okay, the modulation, you have the wired modulation here, which is basically already routed. So you have the LFO1 as a source, and then you can modulate the VCOs, the waveforms here, and the VCF. And for each, you can, for example, here modulate negatively or positively. Okay, so it's really great. I mean, you see it, it's really simple like that, but really powerful, guys. Over here, modulation page is the user modulation, and it's like a matrix. Okay, you choose the source of modulation, the amount, and the destination here, same, positive or negative. Positive green, negative red. Okay, so pretty simple, guys. You have a sequencer here. Okay, for the voices, you have let me show you the arpeg here. Arpeggiator, excellent arpeggiator. You can put it here. You have the option of the arpeggiator, and then you have here the on-off, and then you have what I consider the beauty of this bad boy is the voice X and the space X and voice X. And guys, here we're gonna have fun. So instead of talking, I'm gonna make you hear this bad boy. Why I consider it great? Okay, so here I'm gonna use simply I'm gonna use the init patch here, and I'm gonna make you hear this bad boy in action. Let me just be sure. Okay, so here you have the waveform here. Okay, you have the volume of the oscillators here, and for the VCO1 you have two switches. So basically you have the equivalent of being here in volume or here. Or if you combine those two, max volume, like being this. If I do this and this, listen, is the equivalent, okay? So usually you start by the level. If you use only one VCO, you put it on max. Anyway, listen to the quality of the waveforms, and basically, which is great, is that you can have the regular waveform or being in between. I can go triangle here. And listen to this triangle. It has this small sparkle, like on the hardware, guys. Okay, listen. That's smooth, guys. That's crazy, guys. The quality of this thing, man. Yeah, this is just modulating on its own. Okay, so now I'm gonna make you hear. Let me just. Usually I'll put myself on 22 here. Listen to the sawtooth. Listen now. This filter is fucking smooth, guys. I really appreciate this filter because it reminds me the sequential type. That's just beautiful, guys. There's no stepping. Let me modulate it. I'm going to show you how you modulate. So basically, wired modulation, LFO1, VCF1. Okay, we're going to go positive. So the VCO1 is here, the LFO. That's juicy, guys. And the thing is that you have a drive here, which is excellent. Listen. I'm gonna drive it. Okay, and the thing is that I told you that we can fade here. Listen. and fade. So it enters smoothly. I'm gonna do it like that. Guys, that sounds simply analog for me. You know, quality of filters, quality of modulation. Just put something like that. You put a chorus on, a reverb. Listen to that, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I can. Aftertouch here, and guess what we're gonna modulate? Yeah, baby. Aftertouch. More. Give me more. More, my friend. That's just beautiful, guys. So the filter section is excellent. I'm gonna show you how it reacts now to the ADSR. Okay, we go back to the basics. No more modulation, my friend. Okay, so no sustain here. Okay, I'm just gonna check here. Okay. Now listen. Want it tighter? So you see what I just did here. To tailor the perfect. Let me put an arpeg here. The simple thing that the simple thing what I did here, and I'm gonna do right now, is not working sometime on some other synths, guys. Okay, sometimes the sweet spot is too narrow, sometimes it's all or nothing and all that. And this is what I wanted to make this video, because sounding good, like I told you, is one thing, but reacting like a hardware is another thing. Okay, and this is key for me, because you play an instrument, you don't play sounds, guys. So listen. You want it tight? No problem. And listen, guys. To this filter, guys. It's just sound. For me, it's I will say that it's smooth. Listen. Reverb. Dampening time. That's too much, guys. Sorry for the crackers, guys. You know that my computer is fucked up. Let me increase the volume. Okay, without. Listen to the quality. Okay, so if you want another sound here, and this is what I'm gonna do right now to show you another thing. Here, if I engage the oscillator to here, and I'm gonna take off this thing. Okay. Okay, what I wanted to see, just one thing. When you move here the frequency, look at that. It's already stepped and it's excellent. And if you want it to be like fine-tuned, and then you click on the MAG here on your keyboard, and then you're gonna be like super fine. Okay, but usually when I put two VCOs at the same position, for example on an emulation on the Moog and all that, I have two scenarios. The first one is that they start to modulate like the real hardware. So you have a small detune that's happening, but it's never on point with this frequency with what I used to the hardware. For example, on the hardware, when I used to go as low, it was a slow modulation like on the Taurus, guys. Okay? And sometimes it's off. Sometimes it doesn't modulate at all, and it's digital, right? So I have to recreate a small drift, a pitch drift, basically, to create this detune. Here, listen, guys. Already have it here. Okay, we straight like on the hardware, and we still have this detune. Okay, if I wanna increase this feeling, I can also then let me see. Look at it. I can go a little upper, a little down here, and then I could do that. It's even slower here. So it really reacts like the hardware. I'm gonna keep it like that. I like it. We're gonna make a Taurus. So you see what I did now? Is exactly what we're going to recreate with this. So basically from here, and then, so here, I can keep the sustain here, okay? Here, the ADSR, I'm trying to make it sound like if I was here, with this boom, this smooth boom, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm showing here is how it reacts, guys. Okay, and I'm going to slowly. That's just beautiful, guy. You put a phaser. Yeah, that's trippy. To really simulate, we're gonna do here. You go in keyboard and you put yourself on mono, last priority, last. So you see that this section is for me. Like you cannot have a good quality here oscillators without a good here filter and ADSR section. Okay. This fucked up the whole sense for me. I mean, each section is crucial. So it just sounds beautiful. Okay, just let me go back on the regular. Or maybe, you know what I like to do also? Let me show you. Is to use this filter here. If I do this, okay, we only hear this. I hear nothing right now, okay? So I can introduce this oscillator 3 here. Okay, so if I do that, okay, I can, for example, modulate here oscillator 3 here on the wired instead of choosing noise here, you can choose LFO2, VCF2 here, and here we go. Same here, we're gonna fade it. Like that. I can put something like listen. That just sounds I forget that I'm doing a video. So you can and you have a crazy drive here. If you want to go to the acid land, the drive you're gonna try it, guys. I'm not acid guy. The noise so I like to do what I'm just done here, just to have two sounds and to play with the automation on the DAW. Or you can map it to the mod wheel. Okay. So this is just a trick I'm showing you. So we go back here and we go back to normal ranges just to make you hear something. So something here, if you want to modulate here the pulse width. Okay, so you see VCO2 here. So we're going to use LFO1. And we're going to say you're going to modulate the waveform here of VCO2 here. We have the VCF here. Let me just take off the first. Yeah, that's kind of funky. That's way too much, guys. Okay, I will do it like that, and I will do it super slow like that. I'm gonna start here, and then it's gonna go positive here, or negative. In this case, I'm negative, so I'm gonna start here and then go back here. Okay, I introduce here the oscillator 1. Oscillator 1 volume here. I'm gonna put myself here back to polycircular, my friend. Okay. I really like the release, it's really reacting. Okay, the computer is starting to go bananas. Oh, we still have this bad boy. we're gonna use it. Oh boy, I'm gonna keep it. You know how we're gonna call it before I forget? Boing boing, ressort. Really like it. Really like it like that, guys. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that, and then I'm gonna show you Space Xils here. Space Xils, basically, it gives you control. Let me show the numbers over the voices. Okay, I chose to have 5 voices here. So each time I'm gonna play a voice, look at it. It's gonna cycle to the voice, right? It's not engaged here, Space Xils for now. But basically, you have the control over the imaging of the voices. If I engage it, look at it. So you see a modulation. Look at that. And nothing here, okay? But here. You see a modulation here for the panning, right? So nothing incredible here for now, because the Oberheim was able to do that, and modern sounds give you some what they call the voices spread. It's already great, but for me, the way I see it like that, for example, the first 2 voices here, pretty narrow, and then we go rock and roll like that on 4 and 3, and then we go back to center here. I always have my my center here kind of solid because I have this, and this. Let me put some reverb too. We need a lush reverb on that, boy. Like that. Okay, we go back here. Man, I'm sorry for the crackles, guys. Okay, I'm taking up the reverb. It's not the reverb that's doing that, but any CPU cycle saved is going to be better for my video. The good thing about that is that, look at it, you can choose between 2 presets here, aquarium and magnet, and then path. So if I put aquarium, look at it. And it's no more static, guys. You have something evolving. Nothing extraordinary on this patch, because it's pretty just some small keys, plugs and all that. But imagine that on the pad and all that. You started to see the craziness of this thing, guys. You can here dictate the amount of movement. So here, it's just, look at it. The delta is very short. Number 2 is doing from here to here. So follow number 2. Now look at that. Yeah, okay. The dynamic range, the movement, you allow them more freedom, basically. I just simply, it's hypnotic. Let me just put. Okay, just a small sequence like that. It's gonna be excellent for the next stage. So basically here, you have the preset magnet here. The other great thing is that you have path here, okay? When I select path, basically here, you click on show path and you're gonna right click on it. And look at it. I'm gonna dictate the movement. So I'm gonna say, okay, number 4, you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna go back here on 5. Yeah. You see what I did? So on a pad, it starts on the side and then it go back in the center. Okay, and then we're gonna do the opposite with 1 and 2. We're gonna do that. But guys, I want this. Let me super slow, guy. Oh. Okay, and then I'm gonna slow the thing. It's gonna be like less drastic. So I think you started to see the fun of this thing, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back here on aquarium. I really love the aquarium, guys. And you can start dictate to say, okay, the initial position for now. You can put it in center and then they're gonna move, or random wide. Okay, I'm gonna put it in center and then increase of the amount of moving. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you the voice XY. So same principle here. You have the voices here. Let me see the one here. You have your voices here. And now you have the control over the voices, but not on the panoramic. But you can choose the modulation. So the thing you're gonna modulate on the y-axis and the x-axis. And you have 2 options each time. It's just crazy. So look at that. I'm gonna choose here, you guessed it, filter 1, VCF1. And I can say, okay, look at that. The number 2 here. And the number 5 is gonna open the filter wide open. Okay. The number 3 is gonna be super low. And this one is gonna increase. So now listen. Okay, I'm gonna close the filter. And same here. Here, I'm gonna use here the filter 2. Okay. And then I'm gonna do it in negative. You see how you create sorry. You see how you can create something like involving. So of course, for example, here I can choose to modulate. Let's see what you can modulate. The oscillators, frequencies. So you can even make change the pitch and all that. I'm just trying to see what I can modulate here. Yeah, for example, the volume of the oscillators, for example. Okay, so now, for example, I can try to put on the X the volume of oscillator 3. Okay, so basically on X it's gonna increase when I go like that. So listen. And then it's gonna be less like that. Yeah, like that, I think. I really like it like that. Guys, I think you see the fun. Okay, you also have the initial position because guys, I can move them. Okay, so same thing, show path here. Path, and I can say, okay, you're gonna move slowly and you're gonna increase like that. Same thing, you have the speed here. So of course here you don't hear it because I have no sustain here. Okay, I can do that for the whole thing, so I can say, okay, this one you're gonna come here. That's way too much. There's some smooth shit, guys. Let me stop the So, for example, if we make something like with more sustain and all that. There's no effects, guys. Look at that. Huh? So you see, even with the one, you hear the because X level, X here, so I'm moving like that on X axis, is increasing the oscillator tree level. I'm gonna crank it up. So here, nothing on the tree, okay? It's stable. But next 4, filter, 5, nothing, filter, but static. Listen to the one. You hear the... So you hear... I'm sorry, guys. Guys, you see I'm smiling. I'm gonna keep it like that, guys. Okay? I'm just gonna work it. When I patch and I say W, I mean, it's a workspace. So you see, and I'm gonna wrap it up right now because I know you don't like long videos, guys. But what I'm trying to show you guys is that you see that the architecture is quite simple. Okay, you have VCOs, you have 2 filters. So this is why I compare it to Pigment or something like a Hive from iwth and all that. So it's an analog version of those type of sound for me. And basically the architecture is as direct as the Minimoog, which for me is a reference, guys. It's really a benchmark for me. So it's simple and at the same time leads you to some crazy results, guys. I'm gonna put... Let me just... Listen to that, guy. It sounds more analog than some hardware I just stated. I'm buying synths right now and tried some hardware, and guys, even some hardware don't sound analog at all. They try to do analog, but there's some plugins. So yeah, my conclusion was really simple, guys. Is that here the PolyKB for me, it has this direct ability to make you reach the sounds you want or discover some crazy possibilities. It's direct. You're not struggling, guys. And as you saw, you never sounds bad, and which is for me the indication that we are in presence of something really well made, guys. Okay, like the hardware, it never sounds bad. The hardware, which is done right, it always sounds different, but never bad. You don't have some crazy weak spot and all that. So this bad boy not only sounds right, but also reacts like a real hardware, and you also have the ability to be really classic, but thanks to this area with the effects, with the sequencer that I didn't show you, with the arpeggio that I didn't show you yet, but just with the SpaceX, the VoiceX, and the modulation, which is, you see that how it's fast. For me, it's a fucking winner, guy. I'm sorry for the swear. Okay, so as usual, as soon as you see that I post a video, it means that I really think that we in presence of something worth trying. Okay, there's no marketing bullshit and all that on my channel. If I don't like something, I ain't gonna do a review on it. Okay, so this bad boy is for me a must-have, or at least a must-try for any serious analog emulations lover. Okay, and it's on iLock. Let me show you the CPU heat, which is here with the recording screen. I have some problems sometimes with plugins that have big guyz, because I don't have a dedicated video card for the noise. So here I'm on pair with my Xenology stuff and all that. So yeah, it's not like crazy like Pigment or some other stuff that I jump on the CPU on some presets and all that. And basically you have a crazy fucking sound. Okay, like I told you, for the filter, it really reminds me this sequential type of filters. Okay, if you have a sequential, you can try it and you can tell me if I'm totally wrong or not. But yeah, you have this smoothness, and not that smoothness like the Roland one, which is also smooth, but even more super lush. But at the same time, it can be super tight. Okay, for example, yesterday I made a patch for bass, a Mugus bass, and it was really super tight if I needed to be tight. Okay, so there you have it, my friend. It was the video on the PolyKB from Xils Labs. And guys, zero effects. Listen to this slush sound. Yeah, I shut my mouth. I need to save it. So if you have a great keyboard, yeah, let me add this, guys. For me, if you have some great plugins, just take advantage of that. If you want some hardware, grab it. I'm actually trying to buy some hardware, but it's not for the sound, because the sound I heard on some hardware was sometimes ridiculous in a bad way. And then some hardware tried to make too much with some sub menus and all that. They totally miss the things. For me, the key is the interaction with your tools. And look at that, simple and complex in the results. So easily mappable on a good controller. If you have a good controller, grab it. If you have a synth, map it. Okay, if you don't have, try to get a good hardware that can do some MIDI mapping and all that, which is what I'm looking for right now. And have fun, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. I'm scared to see how long it was. And I really love you guys all. I love your comments, so don't stop. Fire the comments, fire your ideas, fire your finding, fire your critics and all that. I'm open for everything. You take care of you, and I hope you guys like the video, sub if you want, and I also hope you guys to make us some great sound and spread love. Thanks for watching. You boys are here. Take care. And this is a bonus, guys. I just want to make you listen to the patch with some more playing. Aftertouch. No aftertouch now. You see the modulation? Only with the voice and the modulation. I don't see my keyboard, guys, so sorry for the playing. I need to see the keyboard. basics and let me show you. Voices, panoramic. Okay, I just wanted to share with you this fucking mess. Take care of you guys. I love you all. Bye bye.